right now. Go ahead and bring us back.
We were talking about Zach LaVine and his performance on Saturday night um, against the Miami Heat, 42 points on the game, 24 shot attempts, 12 of 24 from the field. What it is, let me see what his, because he was cooking from beyond the arc. He ended up being 8 of 13 from beyond the arc. It was a crazy offensive game. A lot of people are talking about the comments that he made on his way to the team bus, but I could do this more if they give me the damn ball. Another, as we were talking about it, kind of reminded me of some other comments that he made, and that he has been adamant about making to anybody who will listen.
Mm. Mm.
In the post game,
Mm-hmm.
he said, and I don't have the exact quote, but something to the effect of, "We have not quit.
Yep.
We're not quitting
A
out
damn
here.
James Ham.
We are not quitting. We're playing hard, and that's the way we're gonna keep approaching this thing." And Zach Levine, man, he is such a confusing guy. Like, I can't get a read on Zach, but he has been consistent and adamant. I'm not quitting. I'm playing my ass off every night. What do you think when you hear him say that again?
So I caught that live, and I couldn't figure out who he's trying to convince, us or him.
Hmm.
He has, man. So we talk. You and I. This isn't a sports media thing. I think this is very unique to you and I.
Mhm.
We are very careful about questioning like effort and intent, right? Whether someone has quit or people have quit or a team has quit or whatever. When we first said it looked like this team quit, we didn't like say that lightly. It wasn't said in the heat of emotion. It wasn't said like frustrated. It was said after like a conversation about that's what this looks like. Like they're out. Whether they're out on each other, they're out on the season, they're out on something. Because as you pointed out several times, you're not this bad. You could write up whatever you want to about Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Russell Westbrook. They're not this bad. And some of the games that they had was like, y'all just aren't interested in playing. Um, him talking about, yeah, we're not quitting, we're out here fight. It once I got past the thought process of because okay, did he mean that? Like immediately it was like, I don't think he did. Like I don't know if it's a line that he's saying. I don't know if he's hearing the noise and he's responding to it. And in the end, an hour later, I didn't think about it. I was like, all right,
Hmm.
like because my last thought was you could show all of us. You cannot have another 2-point game where you look disengaged. If you have a 2-point game where you're 0 for 15, yo, that happened. Like that literally happens.
Mhm.
Doug didn't play you 18 minutes because you were one of five. He played you 18 minutes because you shot 5 times in 18 minutes. He played you 18 minutes because you looked disengaged. You don't have any of those anymore? Yeah, you could convince me. Right now, those are just words to me.
Man, the more I think about Zach Levine, the more I'm definitely not a psychiatrist or a doctor or anything else like that, but he seems to be potentially a fascinating case study on sports psychology. I think even if you're like if you're you said when Zach says something like that, he's trying to convince himself. Let's go with
I
that.
wondered. Okay.
You're right.
Mhm.
You wonder. Let's go with that. That to me says he is. Oh man, it's just crazy. I need somebody to break this down even better. But that to me says he's struggling internally, where he's like for instance, if he's like, man, this is terrible, down 12 again. This is whack, man. The thought is they're down 12, he's quitting. He may actively be telling himself, man, this is whack. Nope, not quitting. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting, which in turn, like he cares. He said, no, I'm not going to quit here. I'm going to keep going. Or if you lose, you lose to Houston, by 14, you go, nope, we're not quitting. I'm going to stay with it. Isn't we look at the 2 points as he quit, but isn't him trying to convince himself or trying to psych himself up or do whatever, essentially him not quitting? In essence, because he may recognize like, hey, I'm starting to slip a little bit because I'm frustrated or whatever. But nope, I'm not quitting. I'm really getting after it.
Okay, perfectly fair. Mm-hmm. What would you call what we've seen?
Well, I would. There are two different answers. I'm not trying to be on the fence. That week and a half, that 10 days, I can't put it any other way than they got in those games and they quit on those games. Mm-hmm. They quit. Outside of those 10 days, I don't think they've quit.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's think,
fine. And maybe
and
it's
the
unfair
idea
for
isn't
me.
And the idea isn't I think that they've just quit on the season, they're done. They get in a game and something happens. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's over. Like it ends so quickly, and that is unique to that 13-day stretch where they were losing by 30 and 40 and repeatedly losing by these massive numbers, that a game would start, they'd fall behind, and then it would just end. And that is unique to that part. Like I wouldn't even equate yeah, I mean that's unique to that part of the season.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about. But like just the on its face value, if once again, if you get caught up and like I said, you're trying to figure, oh man, we're down, and like your natural energy or your mindset is like to slump your shoulder. Oh, we're down 15 again. Or perfect example. Oh man, we went to Houston, we lost, scored 2 points. Nope. You snap yourself out. Nope. I'm not quitting. Mm-hmm. I'm going to bounce back. Isn't that by definition not quitting?
Sure.
Like just kind of work. It's more so like working through whatever you're going through.
But again, I'll ask: is quitting on a game is okay? Let's change the word. Is disengaging in a game the same as disengaging in a season? Because I don't think that it is.
I was just about to say
I think the disengagement comes when you get kicked in the face, and you get exactly what you just said. Here we go again. All right, come on, man. Let's just get a stop. Come on, man. Let's get a stop. Well, you can't get a stop. You gave up a 3. Sorry, man. Let's get it back. Well, we missed the 3. All right, let's get a stop, man. We're fine. It's only 15. Well, you just gave up a 3. Then you turn the ball over. Now it's 21. Now Doug's calling timeout. Now you are walking to the bench with your shoulders slumped and looking down. Mm-hmm. And at that point, maybe you become disengaged. If you're a Zach LaVine type, again, maybe those 4 fictitious possessions that I just laid out, Zach LaVine doesn't touch the ball. Mm-hmm. It's DeMar, it's Domas, it's Keegan, it's whoever. And he's like, well, I didn't touch the ball. Now all of a sudden we're down 18, 19, 20. And I gotta be the one to get us out of this. Whatever, man. Mm-hmm. And then you get through it. You lose by 20, 30, you lose by 5, whatever. And then you regroup and you start fresh the next game. Like, okay, here, let's go. And there was a stretch where it was like, God, just don't let these games start bad. Because if they do, they're not going to come back.
Right.
So maybe we dead the word quit and use the word disengage.
And I think that was perfectly laid out by you, because maybe their problem isn't quitting, it's working through adversity. Maybe
There you go.
maybe Zach, for instance, struggles with in the moment adversity and working through that.
Mhm.
And because it just stood out to me again. It's like the third or fourth time he's tried to make it clear, I'm not quit. We're
He's
not
Alvin
quitting.
Gentry.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but he's aware of it, and
He's
with
absolutely aware
him
of it.
saying that publicly and privately, it to me it gives off that he cares about that.
Okay.
Like he cares if people look at him as a quitter or something like that. I've also thought about Zach, and I wonder, Zach, and I'm careful with Zach and guys like Zach of putting them in a box just based on what I see from them. Because Zach he may, I don't want to say social anxiety or something like that, but he may not always know how to deal with being a celebrity. He's been able to maneuver and make it work, but maybe he don't deal well with speaking his emotions or his feelings publicly, or how to verbalize and communicate how he's feeling. So sometimes when that happens, people who aren't the best at that or can't verbalize it and get the understanding of what they're trying to get across by from others, it just kind of shell up. And it looks like Zach often just shells up.
Mhm.
He just kind of, hey man, yeah, we're just playing,
Mhm.
because maybe not knowing how to express his true feelings in a way that people can understand it might bring a bunch of different problems. So he just said, I'm just gonna do what I have to do to get through it. Or he could not care. I don't know. But I wonder about this stuff with Zach. Because Zach doesn't seem like a bad guy. So I wonder why he would.
He seems to have a very chill personality. Um, there he has a lot of similar characteristics to De'Aaron.
Hmm.
Um, we'll come back.